Blackstone presents Dance on the Wind by Terry C. Johnston. This book is read by Alex Boyles. The first time I descended the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, I left Cincinnati in December 1808 with 5 flatboats, all loaded with produce. At that time, there were but few settlers on the Ohio River below the present city of Louisville. The cabins on the river below Louisville were few and far between. Joseph Huff, an early Miami, Ohio merchant. I have seen nothing in human form so profligate as boatmen. Accomplished in depravity, their habits seem to comprehend every vice. They make few pretensions to moral character, and their swearing is excessive and perfectly disgusting. James Flint, Letters from America. 1. Slick as Quicksilver, the boy stepped aside when the mule flung her rump in his direction. Only problem was, he had forgotten about the root that arched out of the ground in a great bow nearly half as tall as he stood without his Sunday meeting and schoolroom boots on. The end of it cruelly snagged his ankle, sure as one of his possum snares. Spitting out the rich black loam as fine as flour in this bottomland, Titus Bass pulled his face out of the fresh, warm earth he had been chewing up with a spade, blinking his gritty eyes, and glared over his shoulder at the mule. Damn if it didn't look as if she was smiling at him again. That muzzle of hers pulled back over those big front teeth the way she did at times just like this. Almost as if she was laughing at him when here he had just been thinking he was the one so damned smart. "Why, you," the boy began as he dragged himself up to his knees, then to his bare feet in that moist earth chewed by the mule's hooves and his work with iron pike and spade. On impulse, he lunged for the fallen spade, swung it behind his shoulder in both hands. "Put it down, Titus." Trembling, the boy froze. Always had at the sound of that man's voice. "Said, put it down." The youth turned his head slightly, finding his father emerging from the trees at the far edge of the new meadow they were clearing. Titus weighed things, then bitterly flung the spade at the patch of ground between him and his father. The man stopped, stared down at it a moment, then bent to pick it up. "You'd go and hit that mule with this?" Thaddeus Bass said as he strode up, stopped, and jammed the spade's bit down into the turned soil. "I'd have called to larrup you good, son."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?